Welcome back to Robominions.in AI interview preparation app. The topic of this video is Kruskal's algorithm for minimum cost spanning tree. Before tracing the code, I request you to watch this video on your laptop or at least a full size screen on your mobile phone so that you can clearly see the code and trace the code. If the code is not clearly visible on your mobile phone, I strongly suggest you to watch this video on your laptop. The app I'm using to trace the code is Robominions.in AI interview preparation app. This app provides the total control of the code to you. With a click of back and next button, you control the code at every stage and you can revise the concept. You can run the code and see at every stage what is happening. The app is available in the website robominions.in. Download the latest version. The app is regularly updated every 3 months with lots of codes and new topics and bug fixes. So download the app. If you have a Windows OS laptop, download for Windows OS. Now let's start tracing the code. Kruskal's algorithm of minimum cost spanning tree. So this is the arrow. So this arrow goes to the every line the code is getting executed. Right now it's pointing at hash include stdio.h and the arrow is controlled with the next button. So when we click next and then if we want to go back, we click back. So the code pointer goes to back to the execution. Okay. So we have included stdio.h. Then we have a hash define infinity 999. So INF is the infinity. It's a macro which we will use later. Then we have defined vertices. There are 4 vertices in the graph. So we have the adjacency matrix of the graph. So it's a 4x4 2D matrix. We have infinity 4, 5, 9 and then 4, infinity 6, 7, 5, 6, infinity 2 and 9, 7, 2, infinity. And the graph looks like this. So 0 to 1 we have 4, 0 to 3 we have 9, 0 to 2 we have 5, 2 to 3 we have 2, 1 to 3 we have 7. It's a undirected and undirected weighted graph. So we have to find the minimum cost. So we will be finding 3 edges which has a minimum cost. By just seeing, we can see that 4, 5 and 2 are the 3 edges with a less cost. When you add up 4 plus 5 plus 2, it will be 11. So our Kruskal's algorithm should trace through all the vertices and all the edges and need to find the 4, 5, 2 to find to calculate the minimum cost. Let's see how it works. Now going to the next line of the code. Here we have int I, j, k, a, b, u, v min initialized. And then we have num edge equal to 1. We start from 1 and min cost equal to 0. Then we have parent vertices. It's a parent array with the vertices 4. So for parent array we are using initialized to zeros. Then we have a declaration of Kruskal's underscore algorithm function. We go to the void main. Void main we call the Kruskal's algorithm. So let's see. The Kruskal's algorithm will calculate the minimum cost and then we'll find the total minimum cost. So in the Kruskal algorithm, we have a while loop. Here we have num edges. Right now it is 1 and number of vertices. So we start from edge number 1. So 1 less than 4 is true. We have a for loop. So we have a for loop. We have a void Kruskal's algorithm function. Then we have a while loop. Here num edge right now is 1. So 1 less than 4, vertices is 4. So we start from edge number 1. We have for I equal to 0. Here we have min initialized to infinity. So that is 999 and I is 0, I less than vertices. Vertices is 4. So 0 less than 4 is true. Then we have, so we are starting from I is starting from 0th vertex. So it is starting from 0. And j equal to 0. So j is also starting from 0. 0 less than 4 is true. Then we have if graph of 0 comma 0. So 0 comma 0 is infinity Min is also infinity, initialized to infinity. Infinity less than infinity is false. It doesn't go inside the if condition. Now j is incremented to 1. So we go to the next. So 0 to 1. So when we go to the 0 to 1, so you can see graph of 0 comma 1 is 4. The weight is 4. You can see the weight is 4. 4 less than infinity is true. So 4 less than infinity true. It goes inside the if condition. Straight away we have min equal to min equal to 4. So weight is 4 because 0 comma 1, and a equal to u equal to I equal to 0, and b equal to v equal to j equal to 1. So yeah, and then we have j incremented to 2. So we see the value. So graph of 0 comma 2. So 0 comma 2 is 5. 5 less than 4 is false. Doesn't go inside the if condition. Now j is incremented to 3. 0 comma 3 is 9. 9 less than 4 is false. Then j is incremented to 4. 4 less than 4 is false. Comes out of the for loop. Now I is incremented to 1. So I is incremented to 1. 1 less than 4 is true. Then we start again j from 0. So we go to the second row now because I is incremented to 1. So now we are going to this. I is incremented to 1. So we are going to one vertex, and we start from j0. So 0 is yeah, so 1 comma 0 is 4. 4 less than 4 is false in the graph. 1 comma 0, so 4 less than 4 is right now min is 4, right? So it's false. And then j is incremented to 1. Infinity less than 4, so infinity less than 4 because j is 1 and I is 1. 1 comma 1 is infinity, so infinity less than 4 is false. J is incremented to 2 now. We have 6. 6 less than min 4 is false. Then j is incremented to 3. We have 7 at 1 comma 3. 7 less than 4 is false. Now j is incremented to 4. 4 less than 4 is false, comes out. Then we increment I to 2. So we increment I to 2. Now we go to the second vertex 2. So again we start from 0, 0. So we start this row 2 comma 0, 2 comma 1, 2 comma 2 and 2 comma 3. Now let's see if graph of 2 comma 0 is 5. 5 less than 4 is false. J is incremented to 1. 6 less than 4 is false because 2 comma 1 is 6. Please focus on the box here. It keeps going to every once the j is incremented, it the box shifts. Keep a view on that. It's all for our reference how the values are checked. Now j is incremented to 2. 2 comma 2 is infinity. Infinity less than 4 is false. J is incremented to 3. Now 2 comma 3. So 2 comma 3 we have weight. 2 comma 3 is this vertex. So 2 comma 3 has 2. 2 is the value. So 2 is less than 4. That is min is right now 4. So 2 is less than 4. So we'll replace the new min. Min equal to 2. A equal to u equal to I equal to 2 now because I is 2. A equal to, then b equal to v equal to j equal to 3 now. So min value and the ij and other values are so a, b and u, v values are updated. Now we increment j to 4. 4 less than 4 is false. Now we increment I to 3. 3 less than 4 is true. Now again we start. This is the last row, that is 0, 1, 2, 3. Fourth row, index is 3. So we start from 0. So j 0. So that is from here we check all the values from 3. Okay. If graph of 3 comma 0 is 9 because 3 to 0 is 9. So 9 less than 2 is false. Min is right now 2. J is incremented to 1. 7 less than 2 is false. J is incremented to 2. 2 less than 2 is false. Then j is incremented to 3. Now 3 comma 3 we have infinity. Infinity less than 2 is false. J is incremented to 4. 4 less than 4 is false. Now I is incremented to 4. 4 less than 4 is false. Comes out of the for loop. We have u equal to find parent of u. So u right now is 2. So the parent of 2. So let's see. So we have passed 2 to the find parent, while parent of I, that is parent of 2 is 0, so which is false. So it returns 2. So u equal to 2, and we find parent of v 3, 3 is also 0, the parent is 0, so returns 3, so 2 and 3 are returned. Then we find the union of edges of 2 and 3. So we go to the union of edges I comma j. We find if I not equal to j, so 2 not equal to 3 is true. We go inside. Now we update the parent. Parent of j, that is parent of 3, is equal to 2. So parent of 3 has been updated to 2 now. Then we return 1. So if condition becomes true, and then so right now the parent of 3 has been, because we have 3 index, so parent of 3 equal to 2. So parent of 3 is 2 now. And once the if condition has been passed, then we have printf. The first edge has been printed, one edge 2 comma 3, we found the minimum 2 comma 3 equal to 2. So we found the minimum, and then we update the minimum cost. Min cost is 0, so right now it was 0, so 0 plus min is 0 plus 2 equal to 2 now. So new min cost equal to 2, end of the if condition, and then we update the graph. So we update the graph, so 2 comma 3, wherever 2 comma 3 and 3 comma 2 were there, right, we make it as infinity. So we change the graph to infinity so that we don't use the values again. So we have marked them infinity. End of the while iteration, end of the first iteration. Now we also saw that num edge has been incremented. There is a post increment here, you can see. Please check here. So num edge has been incremented. When I click next, you see num edge is a post increment. It has been incremented from 1 to 2. 2 less than 4 is true. Now again it goes inside the while condition. We have for loop I equal to 0, min equal to infinity. So again we start from first row. So 0 less than 4 is true. We go inside the for loop. Now we start from 0th vertex, and then we iterate 0 to 2, sorry, 0 to 1, 0 to 0, 0 to 1, 0 to 0 to 2, 0 to 3. So we have to check all those. So we check all the values in the row to find the min. So this is the iteration now. So j equal to 0. We have graph of 0 comma 0 is infinity. Infinity less than infinity is false, because min is right now infinity. Okay. Now j is incremented to 1. So we have graph of 0 comma 1 is 4, right? 4 less than infinity is true, goes inside the if condition. Min equal to graph of 0 comma 1, which is equal to 4. A equal to u equal to I, which is 0. I is right now 0. And b equal to v equal to j, which is equal to 1 right now. Comes out of the if condition. Now j is incremented to 2. So j is incremented to 2. We go to the second position. Graph of 0 comma 2 is 5. 5 less than min value right now is 4, right? So 5 less than 4 is false. So it doesn't go inside the if condition. J is incremented to 3 now. So we get the 0 comma 3. Graph of 0 comma 3 is 9. 9 less than 4 is false. So it doesn't go inside the if condition. So now j is incremented to 4. So 4 less than vertices is 4. So 4 less than 4 is false. Comes out of the for loop. Now I is incremented to 1. So we are finished with the 0. So for now we have 4 as the minimum cost. Sorry, not minimum cost, but min value. So we done with that. Now we go to the 1 and again check all the values. So when we go to the 1, so I has been incremented to 1. Then we have the inner for loop. Now we have selected 1. We start from 0, 1, 2 and 3. So let's see. So 0 less than 4, j is 0. We have a graph of I is 1. So 1 comma 0 is 4. So that is we are going through second row, that is index 1, row 1, or by convention it is second. So you can see, you remember 0, 1, 2, 3. So second row we have 1 comma 0 as 4. 4 less than 4, that is min is 4 now. So 4 less than 4 is false. So it doesn't go inside the if condition. J is incremented to 1 now. 1 less than 4 is true, goes inside the for loop. If we have a graph of 1 comma 1 is infinity. So infinity less than 4 is false. So again j is incremented to 2 now. It will go to 6. So 1 comma 2 is 6. 6 less than 4 is false. J is incremented to 3 now. So it is, so 1 comma 3 is 7. 7 less than 4 is false. J is incremented to 4. So 4 less than 4 is false. Now I is incremented to 2 now. So I is incremented to 2. So 1 is done. Now we go to 2 to find the, again we check all the cost. So for j equal to 0, so we start from 0, 0 less than 4. So we are going through third row now, 2 comma 0, 2 comma 1, 2 comma 2, 2 comma 3. So j is now 0. Okay. So we have if graph of 2 comma 0, that is 5, 5 less than 4 is false. J is incremented to 1. 6 less than 4 is false. J is incremented to 2. Infinity less than 4 is false. J is incremented to 3. Infinity less than 4 is false. J is incremented to 4. 4 less than 4 is false. Comes out of the for loop. Now I is incremented to 3. So I is incremented to 3. We go to the third vertices. Okay. Now I is 3. 3 less than 4 is true. We go inside the for loop. We have j equal to 0. We again check the, now I is 3, right? So now we see this row, that is fourth row, 3 comma 0, 3 comma 1, 3 comma 2 and 3 comma 3. Then we have for j equal to 0. So I is 3. So from 3 we go to 0. From 3 we go to 2. 3 go to 1 and 3 to 3. So right now j is 0. So if you go, we have 3 comma 0, that is 9. We compare it with the min. So 9 is less than 4 is false. So it doesn't go inside the if condition. J is incremented to 1 now. We have 3 comma 1, 7. 7 less than 4 is false. It doesn't go inside the if condition. Then j is incremented to 2. Then we have infinity less than 4 is false. Then j is incremented to 3. Infinity less than 4 is false. So min remains 4. Now we increment I to 4. So 4 less than 4 is false. So it comes out of the for loop. Now we have u is 0 and let's find parent for 0. So for 0 we have find parent. So while parent of 0 is 0, so it doesn't go inside the while loop, it returns 0. So u is equal to 0 and v equal to find parent of v. So we go again. So 1. So v is 1, right? So 1. So while parent of 1 is also 0, so doesn't go inside the while loop, returns 1. So u and v are 0 and 1. So then we find the union of edge u comma v. We update the parent in the union of edge. We have 0 not equal to 1 true and parent of 1 is updated as parent of 1. This is updated as 0. So it is 0. So we return 1 because I is 0. So it remains 0. So parent of 1 is 0 now. Then we return, we have if union of edge u comma v. So we have updated. So it has returned 1. Then we have printf. So min value equal to 4. It is between 0 and 1. So 0 and 1 we have found the minimum, that is 4. So edge 0 comma 1 equal to 4, that is the min. And then we update the min cost. Now right now it is 2. After I click, it is min cost plus min. So 2 plus 4. 2 plus 4, 6 is updated. So minimum cost has been updated. And also num edge has been post incremented. So num edge will now be 3. Okay. So now we also update the graph. So we have now a is 0 and b is 1. So 0 comma 1 has been turned infinity and 1 comma 0 has been turned infinity. So that has been updated because our cost, so 0 comma 1 or 1 comma 0 has been considered and updated. So we are already printed. So we turn this line into infinity and infinity. Okay. Now we have while condition again checked. Now we have while num edge is 3 now. 3 less than 4 is true. Then we have we again start I equal to 0, min equal to infinity. So 0 less than 4. So again we start from 0. So 0 less than 4 is true. We have for. Now from 0 we check again all the vertices from 0 to 1, 0 to 0, 0 to 1, 0 to 2, 0 to 3. Okay. So we start from j0. We have if graph of, so 0 comma 0 is infinity, less than min is also infinity, false. J is incremented to 1. We check 0 comma 1, infinity less than infinity, false. Then we increment j to 2. We have 5. So 5 less than infinity is true. We update the min. Now min equal to 5, and j is I is 0. You can see here I is 0. So it's a 0 vertex, and j equal to 2. So between 0 and 2 we have found 5 as a minimum right now. Okay, so next we again increment j to 3 now. So j to 3, so that is 0 comma 3 is 9. So 9 less than min, that is 5, is false. So it doesn't go inside the if condition. So now j is incremented to 4 now. So we have 4. 4 less than 4 is false, comes out of the for loop. Now I is incremented by 1. So we have finished with a 0 vertex. Now I is incremented to 1 now. So we go to the 1. Then again 1 to 0, 1 to 1, 1 to 2, 1 to 3. So we start with a for loop. We have j with a 0. 0 less than 4 is true. We go inside. We consider 1 comma 0. So 1 comma 0, infinity less than 5 is false, because min is right now 5, false. Then we have j incremented to 1 now. 1 comma 1 is also infinity. Infinity less than 5 is false. Then again j is incremented to 2 now. 6 less than 5 is false. Then j is incremented to 3 now. 7 less than 5 is false. And j is incremented to 4 now. 4 less than 4 is false, comes out of the for loop. And I is incremented to 2 now. You can see I is incremented to 2. 2 less than 4 is true. Again we start from 2. We start 2 to 0, 2 to 1, 2 to 1, and 2 to 3, 2 to 2, and 2 to 3. So let's start. If we have 2 comma 0, 2 comma 0 is 5. 5 less than 5 is false. Now j is incremented by 1. 2 comma 1 is 6. 6 less than 5 is false. Then we have j incremented to 2. 2 comma 2 is infinity. Infinity less than 5 is false. Then we increment j to 3. Now 2 comma 3 is infinity. Infinity less than 5 is false. Now j is incremented to 4. 4 less than 4 is false. Now we increment I to 3 now. So I has been incremented to 3. 3 less than 4 is true. Now again from third vertex we check 3 to 0, 3 to 1, 3 to 2, and 3 to 3. So we again start the for loop for j. 0 less than 4 true. So 3 comma 0 is 9. 9 less than min value is right now still 5. 9 less than 5 is false. J is incremented to 1 now. 7 less than 5 is false. J is incremented to 2 now. Infinity less than 5 is false. J is incremented to 3 now. Infinity less than 5 is false. J is incremented to 4. 4 less than 4 is false. Comes out of the for loop, and now I is incremented to 4. 4 less than 4 is false. Comes out of the for loop. U is right now 0. V is right now 2. So we find the parent of 0. So parent of 0 is 0. So still 0. So there is no while loop. So I return I. So u equal to 0 itself. Then we have v. V is 2. So we passed find parent of 2. While parent of 2 is also 0. So 0 is false. Return 2. So return 2. So we send this 0 and 2 to union of edge to update the parent. So you send union of edge function. Here we have if I not equal to j, 0 not equal to 2 true, parent of j, that is parent of 2 is retained as 0. So 0 is the parent, return 1. So if of return 1, so it has returned. So if of 1 is true, so then we print the edge. So we have finally seen I for we have found the min 5 between 0 and 2. Between 0 and 2 we have found a minimum, that is the weight is 5. So we print that edge 0 comma 2 equal to 5. We increment the num edge after this line. So then also update the min cost. If I go back, you can always click back and control. So when I go back, we have min cost right now 6. We have to add 6 with 5. In the next step I do min cost equal to 6 plus 5 equal to 11. So this is the minimum cost we have calculated. End of the if condition. We update the graph now for 0 comma 2. you can see 0, 2 and 2, 0 will be turned infinity now because they have been calculated. So 0, 2 and 2, 0 have turned infinity. Then we go back to the while condition now. Num edge right now has turned 4. You can see num edge has turned 4 because we did a post increment here. So 4 less than 4 is false. So comes out of the while loop. So we have finished the Kruskal algorithm. Our total minimum cost is, min cost is calculated was 11. So 2 plus 4 plus 5 is 11. So if we have used Kruskal's algorithm to find the minimum cost of this graph. So we are good now. So end of the main function. So the time complexity is order of v square because we have to iterate through all the vertices again and again using the two for loops. So if you want to access the code and try to run it on a compiler, you can click on code button in the app Robominions.in AI interview preparation app. Run the code on any of your preferred online or offline compilers and try it out. If you want to trace the code just like I did and for revision purpose by just step by step tracing the code yourself would be amazing. Whatever explanation I did, if you do the same explanation to yourself, you can easily understand the algorithm. And this will be really helpful for any interviews, gate exam or semester end exams or your lab exams. You can easily understand the code, every stage, why you are doing it and why you are writing the code. So you can just trace by clicking back and next button in Robominions.in AI interview prep app. The app is available in the website Robominions.in. Download latest version here. Every 3 months the app is updated with lots of new complex algorithmic topics. So it's regularly updated. If you have Windows OS laptop, download for Windows OS. So yeah, see you guys. Thank you. Signing up, Dhananjai Sharma,
founder of Robominions.in. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel, share with your friends and family. Visit Robominions.in website, crack your toughest coding questions and tech interviews by downloading latest version of the app and make your coding easy. Thank you for watching this video. Bye.